Ewie etiefo memamo ajo emamo akwaba eba Caris Radio ene Caris TV eso me se muhu mi ache ane masanya babiem muni aba ba kope mosomfo modofo ba kope eye oba konedu mi anene maba mahuma isi se muhu mi ane aseni amaye boko bisa ne fise ne nia me de brɛ no emu eden na emu eduru dodo nipa nso so me wono ewo ye hai. Oh, come on. Odemia enche meda na di achiro sauti asie sa pepepe na ene uhume wa ha no ma enye my health enti na me wa ha na emom dwumadi soronko a ya sha asie a ye da na di enso so aye de di achiro ya bohu de ro bebre sa na emom ene na ye chese ye bie kwan no ye rewura nsem ne nyema bebre mu ma warrior become a warrior no agye so say a warrior pa ye ma warrior osi a warrior pa ampa aware de onya warrior pa wasumujo nso so ampa na ene no ya guest our studio ha no obechechere eniema bebre. What is marriage? What actually is marriage? Eniema bebre akika ho enti no mesere se baby biara wo bia no Tami kuchu natsinase na chenyen if you say enche bia no ye de ensem bi sabetoto akwan so na ye guest no pense neme mu achre. If you have any questions, you pass it through our WhatsApp line, that is 0247 90 79 30. I'm giving it out again, 0247 90 79 30. Opesa ofrey and so your call line no 020 944 1420 020 944 1420. Sa pepe afen su dwumadie a ye die se na de bia me ba fidie so ameka no ye hia ommoa efri se oboa ye nya e na abribia no ubehu ye na ye de ensem bi sei so ebetumi ayeden abrel enti no ketwa bia enswa enti ne sika kra bia wo bia no you just send it to us through our Vodafone line or account. Our number no is 05097124456. me sambo number ni biem 05097124456. na nyame obeshra obebre se waboa ama ye dwumadi a ye di ewa hai etsumpon nyame shra bebre se eneden so what train me seminfa ma warrior dwumadie embrel senya wahu me eneb na day de biara da obehu me na ye de ensem a efa warrior ho ebebrel. I can assure you say enedwumadie ansa na bekwa wiye no na niam a wasua no wa oyo ba worry for be ma worry for afen so na wode wani hyehyem ni nyina atenase wo onsem bia opese obisa nso so afabra ni ebebisa ma. Okay, into the main same bebre no yanko ye guest eho ye be mo no aboni din obekire nipa oye just oye nipa ode wa be say asema make no mean to mean no edisa mean to mean ka enti no yen same no yen kan che papa say daddy yema wakwaba ha Caris Radio Caris TV ye ka say yema wakwaba bebre eba ma warriors so. Oh, okay, and I say, many process. Me. Oh, my fan is me papa see and auntie Yaja. You have any day. And if I chop a bow, din at Shrey, Obi person who say, eh. Papa your wine we been so no be sure say minimum no and so never church umuka kra near un say bia ya papa say ni say nti that yesterday was say obebo din a kire yen ne a oye
nyame adom me osofo me Reverend Seth Duodu.
Auntie Reverend Seth unie. Okay. Oh, at here for Reverend Seth na be. Auntie mo amate ne nka mu hu ne that say me no. And na ye nyina ye hu no. That ba church was.
Yes, for our Central Caris Chapel.
Okay.
By the grace of God, no, me General Secretary our Central Caris Chapel.
Auntie Ochochoni.
Ochochoni.
In summer course war as a funny nyina, but your one our church.
Yeah, church.
And your brofu trim.
Nyamiadum kakra bi.
E ba mo chomura me so seed wa mo nte brofo no. Mini andale ne adwoa ne dazimo, dazi ne ar ne ele hano. Mesra mo me so seed wa na. Ye kire mo se nia brofo sem no sa pepe. Okay.
Ede bi na person.
Bibia
de ka say kan bibia de yin wi ne. To my fancy wa. Every person no ma kan bibia na etiefu nyina. But for now ne me so for Central Caris Chapel. Ane.
Oh, ye de nyame ase. Na pacha no ma bia wa be ka gumasum sisi ase pacha wa ware.
Ma ware.
Oh, ye de nyame ase. Ye de nyame ase.
Ma ware Reverend Mrs. Nana Sewachum Duodu.
Ene pacha chia na nsa ne ato aso. Ebisa ware pa de ye. Nti de wo ma ware aso yi.
Eye pa. Aha. Medin chie mu edin ema me ho kani. Nana Sewachum Duodu.
Oh.
Osofo ba ono so Central Caris here.
Ono so yesofo.
Ono so yesofo.
Hey. Ene mo be wo asofo nso nko.
Me ba ne so yesofo.
Oh, that's nice.
Pastor Inshado Biachum Duodu.
Nice one. Sa utie ne say ya de esan ya offense so bo brapa oti ase nyanto boase na nyame nhira o nyanto boase ne nyame yi ho kani e mount na nia ya ba besua no tie ne yi o na fatu kotodwemu yie na wanko ye mistake oti ase sa pepe ntino osofo ba Lady Reverend Nana Sewa Chum Duodu Epacho ene oho kani ya papa Reverend Seth Chum Duodu o say omawajo sa pepepe aha yo ene na daddy esamo wakwa babiem okay yan say mre no eha maware so yesi ye ba back bisa na se ye be bisa nsem e fa ware ho na se ne wawari na wa kire yen nia wasi ehu ne bibibia e fa ware ho nti no we de ye sere bisa o se aware ankasa no ye de ade
okay that's it as na be church aware mu no se medical din chia ejama ye nyina papa Apostle George Chumesi anka ane ene ye mame Lady Reverend Irene Chumesi se oma boy ye pa na enamo so ene nyame adom ade fefefa ye nyina ehu ye nyina ye hu enti no me pese mi chia Apostle George Chumesi anka ena ye mame ye Lady Reverend Irene Chumesi ebi omo bia onyame onhira omo amen by the grace of God no ye de ye nyina ye papa ono tete yen ono atete ye fiti ebra ye ba asafo mu abepem samre nti no de me ba be kire no ye de me papa wa kire me
okay
na me ba be kire etifo
wow
and nti no se in research no se obi ye adwuma bi na se opese okoti na o se o mention no se de be ya etifo obi bia be hu se o source ni yes na se one frɛ na one boni panidin ewu mu a o kan bibia ono no ye ya and your friend no plagiarism
okay
that's just a way to copy without reference
bro fo ba kwa piem wa ha no se me ka chem se mo be so si mo de
enti plagiarism no eno a offense a big offense pa I bet me do akoje okra e wo ho
eh
ane enti no
ane enkrofo wo se se bre enkrofo bebre kodam
by all means enti no I will say ye bo ye papa din say na me afa ne so ama ye ntete ye pa enti no onyame onhira no
amen
bibi obia no onyame onhira no
amen
na o mana dom ne ngosa enye kese amen
amen
enti say ye ka aware a aware eye normally ni ye ka say bema eni oba o mehia na omohu asie na o me decide say o pese o motena se no mo bo ebra ebomu say okunu eni oyere normally no yeah we make reference to the family you know from the beginning no unyankopon ehihye aware no na oba no na ebusu eni nachi na be ma so ebusu eni nachi so it was an agreement between the man and the woman and aware but say no over time no enye masesa
okay
enti no say okwa koware obi ba untimi nsore ya no ehia no kwa ho na say me pese me ware da bi
okay
ha enti na hu behia say ye dey the involvement of the family no ebem enti no say be ma no ni oba no ehia na say omo ye omadwen say ompese omo ware a na hu behia say okwan bi so no omukohu awofo na awofo so ema consent na omutimi eware se ukunu eni oyere nti no se bemma no eni oba no agitum na se ebusuani so agitum a eno eni eka se eyaware normally no there will be different types of marriages ayebeka ho asem but esan se onyankopon ene hihye aware nti no se yebe ware a ho hia se nyankopon sa bem nti no aware a edimu no ene di nyankopon sa ewum nti se be ma no ne oba no ehia na se omkohu awofo na awofo gitum a ho hia se onyankopon ensa ba aware nim se de be ya aware no ne fapem ebegina Kristo eso se de be ya aware no betimi etim nti se ye kan aware a o se mashase efri one stage to the other e wo se be ma no ne oba no omuhu sie na mukohu awofo na asori na se nyame enko a enso bam na omode omsegu aware ni so ehira so eno na eye aware
okay papa bacha me da se na o se wo se oba ene bema ehu omuhu sie enti no metumi aka se oba bia ene abrantie bia se bia enhwe ye SHS graduate si ana se oma wie JHS na abrantie bia sporti abayiwa bi no ne na kasa o si o ene ebefa enti no ye be ware omo wo ho kwan se omo ti ware ana
aware masa keke se o kan interest mo na esan se ye be kan aware a onyankopon na hihye enti no ye be kan interest bebre se de be ya enti ase no ebeba na Bible say now the Lord God said it is not good that the man should be alone. Enti the man means obi a matured.
Okay,
not the boy should be alone. Boys are allowed to be alone, but men, it is not good for a man to be alone. Enti ye kan obi a waso aware a obi a matured. Ono na ye ka se oware enye obi a keke no aka se enye sade a enye me nso mehu oba bi asie mehu me wo GSS 2 mehu GSS 1 ni abayewa bi nti
baba we de mi ntwa no we kra de enye GSS o me se obe class 5 na enche ye enani nansen ya mia ne neti ho ase nkomodidiem ana obi asembi na crop up
okay
ana se obisa se na sister bi kan ye ho a waware na obisa ne se adanti na ono why ready say inti no worry ana ono abofra ne bisa sister ne say why ready inti no worry ana say me say sister no ono mo dia kola bi isire no
okay
ana si o ono de we de enye ne ayi no ana me say na wo nim obi a enye boy o say o say enye ne boy ana obi say na wo nim boy enye boy no say ono no o ne de o ho class 5 o say o ne de o ho ana me say na o de o ho no nti why ready say obe worry no be say sister no worry so no why ready no worry na I say oh no why ready no say why ready so say obe wo ba no say no so no ka so o ne de o ho no so why ready so obe wo ba afo hwe na nim say oba so obe worry me am I ready
class 5
ni nti na ma mi bi say
no say no esa ni suatra any technology any other things in it no enipa bebre eni ebie to the negative now say me ka say omani ebie to the negative a de nani ebie ye eni de wahu Kristo
okay
na mum no obi wo hono ma o se nani ebie but nani mbie ye won say abofra timi fa phone enyema obetimi ebie no ebia panyi mi kwaponi inti no me kai story bia meti ye na abofra bia one ne maame ehwe TV sana TV ni mu no na say baby asin no medu no na je say ye mpanyimfo sin kakra me ka say say tie for etemase enti maame ne hu say baby edu no ensesa akola ne hwe no na offer remote no yifri ho na aka che ne maame say mama we dey fast one year fast anka ade na opese o dream say o prevent no sa ono wehu kra da
onim ne ebesi
so no be che ne mami mu say ono wa ye fast we ye free when ye free aka de eba ni Nti e ho na ne mame ni ba no ho so say sa bofra no.
Ni o pese o preventing the crown no nim dada.
Nti na ehun ya say awofo be ma omanya kọ omoma ho. Awofo enye right so obeda na bofra TV ho.
Okay.
Because sometimes no ho no ma nyama ni bi ho ontimi ye. But when you say what they jan ho no person or exploit no hu nyama anka won expect say obehwe ni ade even so the phone man or tablet man e also monitor nyama ohwe say dey be ya say suan hwe ya yeguso kan obehu nyama bi a eni ho kwan so hu at that age na e be affect akola ne character ne attitude inti no enye won say enne mremu no obi o class 5 e betimi aka say mesumu obi ameware no but
na ya me won pam inti why na cars ase mi potechire ho anti ato otrim minim say bia na ya hyehyɛ bibi ya hyehyɛ obi ama no say
mo fra no ko school a omo di agra we se me yilinye we se me kununye na ato ni trim inti no
onam nyina woni trim
onam nyina no na dwi nyina say me kununye ono oni nti ase bia once ayaka say ne kununye ni yilinye de onim say wonya yire ani
asemo nti me pamocho boys out there you are not yet ready our warrior air for men
not for boys
matured people not for boys nti mesra mo amotemo ma me no mo nchen na mo ko school bia no akwagina mama so mama pacho me sika me didi sika na waje okwa esan say bia sika no eso bro so nti no unim say mema akosua 5 cedis na me so mafa ne aka nti betumi ahwe mesra wo you are not matured nti nyanto boase na ni na ya man be mature before you think of getting married. Okay, nti papa pacho what trying what marriage is?
Mama fa be adeba ko entry.
Okay.
What we say there's a system your friend no the betrothal. And no say abofra no e ketekete e bia bema na say oba no na awofo mienu e decide say see ye mani nyi a ye pese omo on the same thing that happened between Joseph and Mary.
Okay.
Nti no between Joseph and Mary no na awofo no agya tum say so munyia we ebe ware ne yonko nti most of the time no sometimes it may work out but other times no there are a lot of challenges are ever so in those situations no say we akola onni bibi onyame bebre ho no ma wani mbie ema hu ye nti no o be shasia ko school o be shasia ye adwuma o be shasia etutu akwan enya ade afede yeah parents na committee the two of you but afede o be ko school abeba no I realize you said no
wrong meat
baby I made the fire no enya ho
it's not
nti no now I was say agreement between the two family no either so be breaky and now say there will be confusion between the families.
Sure.
Nti no I personally think say when it has to do with choosing a life partner life partner no ona ne betna nti sometimes no you need to make the choice on your own.
Okay.
Probably with assistance from your parents. Your parents can advise you and all that, but the decision has to be yours.
All right.
Say you will be responsible for the marriage. You will not go into the marriage and say after all, you mean make us worry. My parents never say you worry. And ya worry. The marriage is for our parents. So what now to me, I will be uncoming my fee. It's important say in choosing a life partner, no, you take responsibility for choosing.
Okay.
If you allow people to influence you, and then when you get to a point where there are few difficulties, marriage you may have difficulties because marriage as an institution, there are a lot of issues in marriage.
Okay.
So many things can come up, and then you find yourself wanting and all that. At that point, if you didn't make the choice on your own, then you are likely to start thinking of the past. Mihuyanka. When Mihuyanka starts coming in, and say issues say, but when Mihuyanka starts coming in, the devil feeds on it, and then pollutes your mind and you begin to do things you never expected to do. And you take responsibility of the relationship, you take responsibility of the marriage, and then when it is time for you to stand up as a man or as a woman in the marriage, you know that I am the one who made the choice, so I should be able to stand up to it.
Okay.
In the context of Adam and Eve, when God created Adam and God realized that Adam needed a wife or a helpmeet, and God gave Eve to Adam. Now we realize that when they both faulted, in fact, the sin was caused by Adam, because as for the woman, Adam was supposed to ensure that whatever these instructions he had received from God, he transfers to the woman. As to whether he told her or not. The woman in one stretch broke the rule, and then she compelled the man to also do same.
Yeah.
Now, when God came down, he held Adam responsible. Now, the reason Adam gave was that it is the woman you gave me. So it means Adam was now blaming God, because God was the one who gave him the woman.
Yeah.
Probably he was trying to say anka uni manka bomba 10 na me but to restrict me to one person. And it's my mistake there, so he didn't accept the mistake he committed, and the things that followed we all know. A man who is ready to marry should be allowed the freedom to make a choice of his own.
Okay.
That is what I believe.
Okay. Enti nani na papa mpacho say obi wa abrochiri.
Yeah.
Na ne ma ne papa e friend say o kwajo menya bayi bi wo Ghana ha ma o. Enti brana be hwe na ne ye nya ne ho ade ma na se brana be ye ne ho ade. Na kwajo fi abrochire ba na se ohya bayi we na so ka cha ne ma ne papa say mani nje ne ho na say me mpese me ware na on disobey omoye.
No, that's not disobedience. So mama ka say ana papa ka say menyo oba ma nti be ware no na say o feel say oba na omode ne ma no enye de wo
ho kwan say o kire papa na say mama say
respectfully, no, you tell them what you think.
Okay.
And then you stand up to what you think. So you should be responsible for it.
Okay.
But you can say, oh, you should mefa ni sana so kona you realize say no, I didn't know kumu no. When no who blame me. Then you come back and say me na me you me ma me papa. And they say member foul. No, that is not a good thing. Say oh ma me no papa say chinchina we na ware no. And you think say and you na obe oyo boafo ontime mboawa, you should be plain.
No,
tell them,
tell them that
mama na say dada me pacho we dey mboa me no, they should even understand say no, in this era you don't choose a wife for your son,
because it's so serious. Some parents are still in the olden.
There are a lot of reasons that will account for that. For instance, if I am the father and there is a family that is rich, because of sometimes personal gains, what I think from the family, some benefits or some personal interest. So I know if I allow my daughter to go into that family, I stand to gain out of it. So I want to
definitely force her to go there,
so that I also gain something.
Okay.
So there may be several reasons why those kind of arranged marriages can come in. Yeah, but the man should stand firm and decide what he thinks is good for him.
All right. Okay. Our discussion is getting hotter, interesting, and better. I don't think you want to be left out. So as I said earlier, if you have any questions you want to ask our guest, our father, Reverend Seth Duodu, you send through our WhatsApp line. That's 0247 90 79 30. We will actually read and then we'll give you an answer. Okay, Daddy Pachonane, yeah, say this scenario say a warrior and nya warrior.
Okay.
Say oba ne bema matured man and
matured
woman na oma tia say ombe worry na so bia omunko hu abusua na say asofo na say mpanifo bia mamu na so omote ayaware
say there are a lot of theories concerning marriage. Now, when Adam saw Eve, there was no sin of parents.
Okay.
Now, when in the context of the Bible, I don't recount seeing anything like a wedding like we normally do or whatever. But mostly, all the marital accounts in the Bible, there has to be a consent of a parent.
Okay.
So once the parents, under normal circumstances, once the parents consent and are ready to commit themselves, that should be marriage.
All right.
But now, like I said, the system has revolved over years to the extent that even in some traditional setups, so person call warrior or backra, the engagement alone takes more than 2 days. Yeah, in the whole day then we have to come and continue the next day. You see, when we make this whole arrangement so sophisticated, we promote fornication.
Okay. Because
baby one man Becca say I was so bad, mamre say, I was so bad, say, so unya daji abedi, it means you won't marry. Then what if eventually happens is that then the man has to stay with the woman without seeing the parents.
No anyemono.
No more say. You see, but that is not marriage actually. If the parents don't agree to the marriage, there should be a way you convince them to agree.
Okay.
Otherwise, you cannot call that marriage. Once the parents decide or agree to the marriage and they are willing to take something from you as a form of commitment, then we can say it is marriage.
Okay.
No, marriage probably actually is not the complicated things we see in church and other places, the wedding gowns.
Me person me bisa say aware na yewo mu ahoro na because yetumi ebinom koye ofie na eno ano no obi so ho no ma no ahyehyɛ cars no dey aba sorry dem na types wo mu
now there are different types of marriage. Now the first type is the customary marriage, where you go and see the parents of the lady, and then they ask you what they want to take, you give it to them, and then there's an agreement between the two families. It is marriage. Now, that's what we refer to as engagement. But engagement, if say normally engagement there will be a pastor there who will pray and bless the marriage.
Okay.
That is complete marriage. If at the engagement, we decide say also for the bonfire or homaye, we are a see
yaware wo fie no say he fan ne say ebusiafo gye ne ombeje na osofo ebegine mebom paye emaye na ye ohyira bibia so esi
yaware nti in see Christianity we complicate things. There are some churches where even after osofo nankasa kra ba bebom paye e engagement na se no because one famba asori dem a and it means then why did you pray and commit the marriage into God's hand in the first place in the house? Into what bonfire on the rings, whatever, which that's what fear. But because like I said, things have moved ahead into now they will say you have to come to church. I sign a so also for now kushira so fie no ono sign be gina so dem no asen shira so anyway, and for the show of it people will do so many things that obewie no aboka na fe there abedani issues. I quite remember a friend called me say after 3 years of their wedding he's still paying the loan or kwaji or bank.
3 years.
3 years. Okaji no the year wedding
and change pa.
It say musumi ni wu a the salary ni na no mate. to pay the loan. Nti no oni pasa no say yete no odwen ho say eya ware nti na me kwaji loan na yegu so temi say me nya hwe ya anhwe ye penod na nebri ko wi oba no so ane
na so no oba no so na ka cha ne so onkoje de ana me no nyina na ka umtibo mu no me de kwaje ye.
And it's up to him. So if you are the man, then you should stamp your authority as a man. You are the head of the family. So say even if oba no kwa ni pia say yankwaji loan also stand your grounds.
Yeah.
Say yakoya ye ho be che ye nti no ye no de ye ho be so. So that's the first form. That's the customary marriage. Okay. Then you can have the civil marriage, where after the customary marriage you go to court. Then in the presence of the magistrate or the judge, you say vows to each other. Normally with that, you have the family of the two people of the man, two people of the woman to witness. Okay. So after that, you are given a certificate. That is marriage as well.
Okay.
And then what we all know, the religious marriage. So after the customary, after the civil, a lot of people will also want to go ahead to do the religious. When we talk about we Christians, normally what we refer to as weddings. Okay. So we come to church and then
people,
yes, so that we are able to say then the Muslims also have this, and then all the other religions may also have this. Three main: the customary, the civil, and then the religious.
Okay. Okay. So, if I may ask, which one is the best?
Which one is the best? If you ask me which one is the best, in the customary marriage, where the minister or the osofo no wo say obeshira aware ne so. What I say? After that, it is marriage. See, that one, after that, a lot of financial burden is taken away.
Okay.
So, personally, after several years of marriage, I married about 11 years ago.
Wow.
Yes.
11 years.
Yes, 11 years ago.
Hey.
On Saturday was my 11th year anniversary.
Oh.
Yes. After several years of marriage, I sat down and realized that the amount of money I spent in the wedding and all that, just the initial one. Just inviting the man of God after customary, after presenting things to the ladies' parents, After that, just pray over the marriage, and then we just left. Because the amount of money you have to spend, canopies, food, drinks.
But even customary krano. Anyama ekomu.
Anyama kom, but enkomu to say wedding.
Okay.
Wedding gown, how better. And no pe crab me to drinks at the customary marriage. And no pe. Wedding gown pe.
Wow.
I remember recently I asked of a wedding gown at one of the shops. I just wanted to know how much it is. Yeah. And then looking at the various brands, I chose one and I said, I'll say 12,000. I said, gown, and never show one answer on a share gown. Gown back 12,000. But people will buy. Or better now, I question. I feel you'll be real. Now, pay a
the competition woman.
Competition woman. Or question the young cody and I say, and also you do need the assault.
No, so any chance, it is an young one near 12,000 crown or no per 20 and 15 grad.
So I remember counseling couples. I asked them to tone down on the amount of money they are spending.
Okay.
No, the lady told me, that the energy because said yeah, and now me call madam for so and so dear no. Omo ye. It is a man, me now for funny bar, and you're fine.
Hey.
So, now what could be the answer my ya until also ye be. Saying that you say so me. You see, so when it happens like that, send na holding so cry obey.
Baby, also or person ye be the nyasa no obey.
They become frustrated. See, so and yet do be that is what personally I think.
Okay.
You know, say we say I will say Benjamin fee. It's true, but say your bon pio fear Naminsa womb. You know, say even in our church, no, we always encourage say people who want to get married, no, okay. That's what we encourage here, because we realize say one of the aspects are incur a lot of cost. Unfortunately, I spending so much to feed the people near the end. Obviously, to a check class, oh, no. Now, yes, said the bear will save all those things. No, will be a no Adriane. Who bet me cry or no parents, nay, or bany parents, no. Umbra conference hall. Now, so for a mom pie or honum, nay, AC. Simple, but you know. Obi apesa no so ye guy kaka
na just ania obi bobe won say asia yi guy
pa sa guy na ewo mu no eno na ya asem no it's me after several years no I think say if you go simple it helps. It helps. That is what I think. Okay.
Where the daddy messer question be escape me.
Okay.
Me say okay say Obama or matured, how I ready.
Yeah.
Na esi den na ebia na me feel say me hind die.
Okay.
Me to meet aduane edi. Inti na me okay me my ready. Say me worry. Sign na you classify say obi are ready
to marry.
Aha.
Okay. Now let's go into the scriptures. Let's go into the scriptures. Genesis chapter 2 verse 18. Now the Lord God said, it is not good that the man should be alone. That the man should be alone. So like I said earlier, no, it is good for a boy to be alone, but it's not good for a man to be alone. Now, how do we know if there is a man? For I will make him a helper, meet for him. Now, a helper meet for him. It's what God said he will give to the man, because it's not good for him to be alone. So God, realizing that the man shouldn't be alone, no, to prove that the man is really a man, this is what he did.
Okay.
19. And out of the ground the Lord God formed every wild beast and living creature of the field and every bird of the air, and brought them to Adam to see what he would call them. So God brought the things he created to Adam to see. To see means, what was say in nursing practice, after you have received tutorials in class, you are taken to the ward. You mouth task.
Say practice.
To see no means do you understand? Okay. So what was God trying to see? God was trying to assess the maturity of the man. And the ability to behave like him. Okay. To exert his authority. After creating the birds of the air and all those things, he brought them to Adam to see how he would call them. And whatever Adam called every living creature, that was its name. Meaning that what God wanted to see, he saw it. Okay. The maturity God was expecting from Adam, he demonstrated it. So the kind of wisdom he was looking for Adam, he demonstrated it. The ability to exert authority. Because he was able to name each of them. How careful could he be? How responsible could he be? So God assessed all those things and realized that no, now the man is ready. So if after God seeing that it is not good for the man to be alone, now a man or assignment, no failure, he will still have to be alone. Okay. You understand that? Your ability to be responsible and to demonstrate maturity. Okay. So let's move on. And Adam gave names to all the livestock, and to the birds of the air, and to every wild beast of the field. But for Adam there was not found a helper meet for him. Now the helper meet, is described as a suitor, a suitable person, adapted and complementary. Let me try to explain that a little. Suitable. You may be, you as the host, not every man will be suitable for you.
Okay.
You understand that?
Yeah.
So normally in Nigeria they say a suitor.
Yeah.
So a suitor means that that person is suitable for you.
For you.
Inti said you need panetier and all that is suitable for you. And then adapted, because you are coming from a different home, and I'm also coming from a different home. We should be able to adapt to each other. So somebody who is a helpmate is able to adapt in the relationship. And then apart from all that, we should complement each other. So where I fall short, you stand up for me. Yeah. Where you fall short, I also stand up for you. So we complement each other. If you are able to meet these three categories, then it means you are a helpmate. And then, you see, there are so many things that will come up in the marriage. If you are not a suitable partner, you run away from the man. I encountered a situation where the man felt very sick. Obano said, "Yeah, I didn't say I didn't mean to me. I just am do come out with bush for." You understand that? So, in that situation, that Oba we Oba, help me. Sanka, you good nearby idea. Kobeka si you fanko si. Yare badia, or some me fan come out with bush for. So, your ability to identify these three things in a woman can also determine whether you are matured or not.
Okay.
So a man is able to identify a woman who is suitable and can complement him.
Okay.
Do you get that?
Yeah.
And he said, when to me I identify that now, you will choose somebody who is not suitable for you. You choose somebody who cannot even adapt to your ways of doing things. Every man has his own way of doing things. And if the woman is not able to adapt, there will be issues. So
because
God will be the opposite.
Me say me mama fie and papa fie no. Ye noa ni afre me say me medi. Na o be ka chem say me be noa no.
Yeah, there will be issues. No, there are families, two couples who got married, and then after 2 weeks of marriage, say obema no sorry anopana o kutwi ni sin of far pepsodent na we mia from the middle. Obani so ba ohun se obema na mia from the middle. Maka chen say kwaku aya me mia fi middle. Eye mia fi ase. Nti de bi obana we mia fi middle a no is straighten no. Na we mia fi ase. Be man so ba no we mia from middle. Because in the home where he came from no. Baby a mere pepsodent is not of any relevance. Baby a be mia na baby a no mia. Now the lady should understand say be man fi a different home. I'm also from a different home.
Yeah.
And these things minor things we should be able to overlook them. And now say even say me come back you now in Jai Grandpa. Let me adapt to the
me ba no we me finfin I'll just
also baby a beba. What is your problem? Because of that it became a quarrel. And you are paste. Common paste. You see, so many things happen in marriage. If you are not able to adapt, there will be issues. You see, so we should be able to complement each other. Now, sometimes where the man is a quiet type, and marries somebody who is a talkative. A lot of people say about where there be also. But you see, where the man cannot talk like a talkative, the lady will come in and talk.
Yeah.
You see, so it's not as if oba no be fa be man so, but be man no betimi ahwe say the men pekasa na men pekasa tenten no. Se menyo oba or no pekasa, there are a lot of things so the woman can complement me. You understand?
Sure.
The ability to identify these things in the woman is also very paramount, and it shows maturity.
So and yet necessarily say medi 30 medi say me many me feel say I'm grown,
No.
so I want to go and marry.
Now you see, let's look at something here. Therefore, a man shall leave his father and his mother. That's Genesis chapter 2, verse 24. And shall become united and cleave to his wife, and they shall become one flesh. Now, the man shall leave. The man, boys stay with their parents.
With their parents.
A man shall leave. So you leave the influence of your parents. You leave the financial assistance of your parents. You leave the shelter of your parents. You have to be on your own.
Okay.
I personally don't encourage marriages that the man will say me where we are, me don't got time papa fee. There will be chaos. Now, the reason why there will be chaos is that now when you get married, you are the authority in the marriage as a man.
Yeah.
Now, if you are the authority in the marriage as the man, and you still stay with your father and your mother, in your father's house, your father is the authority of that home. So your authority as a man, now you are going under the authority
of your father.
You confuse the woman. Who
is she going to submit
to? Which of them should he submit to? Now you give an instruction, your father will come and say no, and ukunu say then or say ne be fufu and ne mendi fufu kabanku mame. Now two authorities have spoken.
Which one?
You are only going to worry the woman. And eventually, the woman stays in the marriage after a while. She gets frustrated because even say Adrian no be no an crown no nukunu no papa beka say family blame first. Then the husband is hungry, sitting down,
waiting for her to come and serve.
She has to go and serve the father-in-law. So there will be confusion. In these situations, you realize that even the sister-in-law and all those people, begin to maltreat the lady involved because they see her say, "I am a brand now." So me didi I was on a twitchim. So when I was so twitchy, when I was so yes say, it's your body to me. Then every time there are issues. So if you are not willing to leave the influence of your parents, then you are not ready to cleave. See, marriage has to do with living and cleaving.
Okay.
So you leave your parents and you cleave with your wife. So until you are able to leave, you cannot cleave. So if you have not been able to cleave, then it means there's no marriage.
Wow.
So people are presumably staying in marriages and they are still under the influence of their parents. It means that there was no cleaving in the first place. So there's no marriage. See, so spiritually, when you leave the influence of your parents, you leave the influence of your friends, then you can cleave with your wife.
Wow.
So be one man after they get married to the man, or the man gets married to the woman and all that. After everything, say only say be man only oba no discuss it bibia or say train na me ko bi sam mame. Train na me ko bi sam papa. You are not even matured in the first place.
Mommy's boy.
Yes, you are not matured. You should have stayed in your father's house a bit longer, so you became a man. If you marry a boy as a woman, you suffer. You suffer. Even sometimes the ladies also fall victim. About any discussing bibia as a train me could be some mame aba. Sometimes when any discussing no happen. So when you kota assassin si dan. Then adechia train na me bi some mame.
Oh.
We could be some mame ba pe. Say obo men ye obebu kwasia. No, there was an issue I was solving. The man said, Omesi, Omato Asase, and he is planning on building. And on the Obano, a discussion said, Who said, Missika Samun yet, Papa Sa. And so, no, said the Baya in Naya who bear him high. Me per se, Midi Missika Sidine. Said the Baya, also do the Beshifi. No way. No, this is an arrangement between couples, and you should stay within them.
Yeah.
Don't discuss an arrangement with your husband or your wife, with friends, with your mother, with your who else? Your friends and your mother and your workmates, all those people. Then she went to consult. The next time about say me yebiem. Adenya.
Oh.
Me kobi sama me no say ye ne sa obebu me kwasia.
Hey.
So if that kind of idea comes in, then then it means that indirectly what you are trying to say is that I don't have a future with you.
Yeah.
Because say yeah, dream sana so ka say obebu me kwase ade a. Then it means say in future no one kasa kwa why dream say unso bebu me kwase. You understand? So the way we relate and think is also very important, and it shows maturity. Now, maturity actually has to do with your ability to the kind of things you say.
Okay.
Your understanding is also part of your maturity. See, there will be one more nitia for John. But what you say me fina no bar.
It's not.
Penny ne kasa say.
Penny pa na kadimi.
You know, I remember when I was going to marry some years ago, 11 years ago. And
Papa, me producer, Mr. If you are in the technical room, me guest 11 years Saturday we are 11 years in marriage. Hey, anya easy o, anya small thing. And maybe so some be ima sutre say Saturday na so no di ni birthday. Hey, Papa Chobe ka age ache na na we I just say
I hear kwa ho.
Esrel.
See me in chambers.
Nti no wa person who Papa age no. Ya pon a
share with you.
We share with you. I esrel na we dia. Nti producer about champagne no. Any cake no, you ready? O dia say e po piansa here fia sa pepe. Ai. 11 years.
Yeah.
Papa Choto so me.
Yeah, so I consulted one of an auntie, and she asked me, also call him, say now ban one no.
Oh.
I say, oh. Auntie, I don't know kasa. And then brim. You worry about your name here.
So same way. Hey.
I'm away pa. See, so I just asked penny mu na o kasa
same way.
You see, so the understanding tells me say ebia nitiafu all right. But onye
na that the day na momo kasa say bia obe worry about na chire na on
superstition.
Oh.
You know, there are families where those who marry do not give birth.
Okay.
But those who don't marry give birth to plenty children. So no okofa sebe obi jun so But those who actually get married,
it's so hard for them.
So superstition, there was any more balance no worry. Then so worry ni we are awo ho be diam. But awo nyame nema. Enti say nyame pemu no. Opesa wo abewo. Okay. And yet so that kind of understanding, to be able to understand say awo enye onipa na de ma na mo mefinyame ho. Enti say nyankopon decide so be ma wa enfa oni de nipa ye onsa beka. Enti no obi a onye matured no will not get this kind of understanding. Only the any dia ni say je abusu ni mu adin ni de wan ye ne ntamo dia ene. Yeah, so maturity is an issue.
Okay, lovely people out there. Yeguso, ye jubadie no eguso ayede ankasa e na misia ne ma bebre na migidi se won so a wo fie so you are also learning, but enche bia ye say agro ayede no na adesa fa so mame sa pepepe enche ye de jubadie ne beba wie, but ye read your messages one or two be Facebook ne so aye she me say message way if he Kwabnatasius your top fan ba hope I said the birthday man in the building sabe painting na make am see producer champagne o de yam poppy was show ne so cry after say technical room honum ye be say baby ye be hwe ni nagu ye cry ye be wie ye nya bi nnum no problem here say ya the father the cry online or sabe pepe obi ba set say ma worry sir no ajeme say our paye ampa obi ba set na nkasa biem or said God bless you daddy pacho obi ba set say nyame on shira pa say wa be kan ho na ye de energy medie e hye so I David me boss back up or say I see you mighty woman DJ Treasure baby what yes baba me teach ma #Caris TV sabe pepe. Okay, then but a question Biaba from I David. Or say, does age difference really matter in marriage in this era if both partners have financial strength to stay together?
Okay, that's a good question.
Okay.
I'll answer yes and no. So yes and no.
Yes, in the sense that.
Yes, in the sense that now you see, naturally, the man is supposed to be the head of the family.
Okay.
So if there's a man who cannot exert his authority as a man and marries a lady who is older than him, then it's likely that positions will change because one is older than the other. So if the woman is older than the man and the man is not able to stamp his authority, then it means that eventually the woman becomes the man and the man becomes the woman. So if that happens, there will be problems in the marriage.
Okay.
So in that situation, then it's a no. But where the man is able to stand his feet, stamp his authority in the home as the head of the family, then age is not really an issue.
Okay.
Yeah. So it depends on the situation.
Okay.
On the situation, there are other dynamics to it. For instance, women may get older. A woman and a man of the same age, probably the woman may look a bit older than the man.
Okay.
And if that situation happens, the man is not able to stamp his authority and be firm, then there will be issues. So it depends on the two couples involved. If the man can be a man, for the woman to be a woman in the house, then it's not a problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And any bema I David. I hope say papa answer question no sa pepe. Yeah, call your YouTube page na so e hon so. Enya Facebook ne nko just say papa obiet you. O me bie mo baby ama. Just say wa kasa de o yeah guy. I David. Yeah, that's the bebre. When Sophie ono Isaac David Ado. I say that's Professor Duodu, loaded with the Sophia, Papa de Kume, Sophia, Greek word for wisdom of God. And I'm patching my money. And I'm my money, the Ajimi, we are me baby who now watch them, Miss Pepe. Bless you, esteemed mighty man of valor. Hey. Just say, bro, funny dear. I'm say why sika ne why any tight ready ntino. Obesia bi aka ho. Ono ankasa bi mo say what does it mean to be matured in your statement? One has to be matured before getting married. Me say yeah papa
I started with a few of them. Maturity also may have to do with finances. Financial maturity is also very important. Financial maturity in the sense that if you are a man, you get married. You don't get married and then you go to your parents for money.
Okay.
So you should be able to stand up financially. Now you should also be matured emotionally. Now emotionally there are some men who are actually women. For instance, say asema befi na bema oye onye emotionally matured no. Say asem ne be fia oba ni isu ono osu sin be ma oba no. Be ma osu sin oba. At least be firm. Akra, you should be stable. A man who is not emotionally stable, no. You see him happy one moment, the next moment he is moody. A man with mood swings, onye matured. Mood swings is not a sign of maturity. Emotional maturity. You cannot be a husband to a woman and then without any cause now bofu one can so be at home. Them. Then after some time, then you are all happy, you want everybody to come around. When you do that, you are not stable. So emotional stability is also a good sign of maturity. So you can look at it from various angles, emotionally, financially. All those ones are signs of maturity. Then you should be responsible. Okay. So if you're able to achieve these things, then we can say you are a matured man.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Enti no mini abema Isaac David Adwari asie sabe pepe and ya no. When Sophie Evans Agbanyaga say, but if I have all the money and the woman loves me, do I still need to be responsible?
Oh yeah. There are people who have the money but are not responsible. Money does not make one responsible.
Okay.
You know, if the man has all the money but does not give to the woman, does not take care of the home. Let me say it that way.
Okay.
No, obi one moves.
Yeah.
On farm money. On ye, you go to your school fees. Never. It's not because we need. Or but on ye, no, that person like that, you know, has a problem. Yeah, that person has a problem. That is irresponsibility.
Okay.
It's irresponsible. Yeah. We all know. See, an issue came to me.
Okay.
Where the man is a very rich man, but the woman is also working. Say, Obani Bisani's car on mano.
Oh.
I just say we try and track channel. And then make a hospital and your be mano.
Oh.
Me yare me ha and your be mano. But pass Obeka say and then you scatter one ye did you.
Mama may not done it true.
Meanwhile, no, when he goes out,
you
sure pa. Yes, kind of
cash.
That is irresponsibility. So it is not the money that makes you responsible. It is the consciousness that you're a man and you need to be able to perform certain duties.
Yeah.
That is what demonstrates your responsibility. Obi one man oniska, but o make sure say nobody lacks in the home.
Yeah.
Kakra no benyano.
Obe make
sure say oba bedidi, nkola bedidi. So omu didi kwa no ndidi ah he's okay.
Okay.
That is responsibility. Inti yesika in the be responsible. There are a lot of rich men who are not responsible.
Yeah.
Go domu krampa 1 month now ntinka. Even though yeah.
Oh.
So and yes can be responsible.
Okay. That's it. You know, Agbanyaga Evans, I hope say Pacho that the answer our question no. Hey, opemu ba kwe pure mi page so we fi ever pa Reverend Samuel Ofori. I said the man of God in question is 48 years old. When yeah
48 years old. Hey,
and the God it too.
And the way the mama be pa. Me knew her baby. Me knew her baby akra. Me ben her baby akra.
Oh, eso de nka sauce no.
Sauce. When sauce ni. Reverend Ofori.
Reverend Ofori, baby I will be ya me o sure ya that's the pass so say. O share na nyum. Okay, Yenya Bema Isaac, baby. Is there anything you can't discuss with your partner? Do you think it's okay to have secrets in a marriage? Hey.
Is it okay to have secrets in your marriage? Why do you want to have secrets in your marriage? Let's see what the Bible says about secrets in marriage.
Okay.
Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother and shall become united and cleave to his wife, and they shall become one flesh. And the man and his wife were both naked and were not embarrassed or ashamed in each other's presence. Now, what happens in marriage is that, you see, God took one rape of the man in order for me Obano.
Okay.
So the reason why you say you come ubuma mabe hunamba koni say Obani one rape. It is a kamubuma, it means a rape na unyankupon you free ho na beshe ho. Now you are one flesh, you are one person, you are not separated. So if actually there was cleaving between the two of you, then it means you are one flesh.
Okay.
No, I don't know if there's any sound person who wants to hide anything from himself.
From the wife. Okay,
no, not necessarily from the wife. But when we get married, we now become one flesh. Enti se mikiteska ana se mikita bibi na se me medisie me ho. I mean it's not reasonable.
Okay.
Enti we are now one flesh. So there is nothing to hide. No, if there is something you want to hide, then it means that there's a problem somewhere. No, these things will once you decide to hide things from each other, spiritually, probably there's separation. There's separation between the two of you, in the sense that, I cannot hide anything from myself. So in a marriage where the woman begins to think in one direction, the man also begins to think in another direction, it means that there is no cleaving, there is no oneness. Separated. There is separation. In separation, just say mempe obium. And like a branch be or peso janere or peso jaba no who come with us obejano. Or Kenya no abaya na that deep no bono abaye anything and naturally what that deeper. So when it's here, when you map pumpuno kakra. No see me jao. Fanya mana koma me ho. Me jao. See, in that situation, or peso jano. But who can be for so jano?
I want to be a for Quambia.
And so I had the baby. There was so bad the bufu crowd, the bufu.
Oh,
international also used to elimination by rough tactics. So see me jao koma me ho. You see, and yes, sir, back was the son in Yama Kone Mame ho. And I say, Beman two or banning a megu, I want to say there's separation. So a lot of people are still staying together, but they are separated.
Okay.
They are separated. Like a young man who was into the business of selling machines and other things. Okofa Bayebi. No, or no share, no, we secondary school, no Santia, no cannot in the call. One of these security services. No more worry. The lady became very rich and all that. But they were still staying in a chamber and hall.
Okay.
Now it got to a time na fedye sikasem ehwa ye den e de ama be ma no. Nti se do ebre a wo se otua rent ko nya entua. Then he has to go around borrowing. Meanwhile the lady has money. Nti on one of those occasions na atona dwendwen nti o hwehwe niam ma hwese bia o diske bi kura hye ba bia ne refia. Then he chanced on papers e che say oba ne si 2-bedroom self-contained.
Wow.
And they are rented out.
Hey.
And omugusuti chamber home, and they are even struggling to pay. In this situation, Obisa Obani said, I don't know, yes, I'll say me a misika.
Hey.
In 20 minutes, the men from Misika here. You see, this type of marriage, even though they were staying together, but they were separated. Mm-hmm. No, we cannot be one. No, be a drain them her. No, there's separation. So if you are one in flesh, and it means that you are one in the mind. You are one in the when it comes to emotions. You are one in thoughts, everything. So you speak one language. What you say?
Yeah.
It's Obanesi dying jama. Meanwhile, she was staying with.
No, G rent.
No, G rent couldn't bottom. Which means your scarce dying. One can't change it.
Yeah.
So you even say be man ni be cramp or me niska. You call this marriage? So that's not marriage. So they were separated. No, when the man saw it now, okay, one seven no ban me waru biem. Na me pe kwan kwan me jao. Nti no, me waru biem. At the time, at the low point of the man, was me jao. So at that point, I feel not see me jao until me no until biem. But me jao no happened long time ago. So now it is manifesting in the flesh. So spiritually they were separated. But it is now or see a figure me kono. Be a beka so that's no koy but 10 years ada no. Now da. Yeah. So separation may happen, and then spiritually there is separation, but they may still be staying together. Yeah. One of the characteristics for you to know, say there is separation. Say the Bible said oba no ni pedua enye ne dia.
Okay.
Be man so ni pedua enye ne dia. Nemum oba ne dia. Na oba so ni pedua enye ne dia. Nemum be ma.
Yeah.
Enti at the point oba be ka say masa anadwo me menso me mu
me ana media me de me ho
untimi nka nche me say da me pe na me ba to the be cramp oba no we ka say my timetable ama nti bosu me bia no obeba menchen ya baako. It simply tells you say there's separation. There's separation, and once there's separation, the devil can easily come in. To be say after the who you see now we any chair, but separation occurred long time ago.
Okay.
So separation is something that happens way before it manifests. You see, the point I'm trying to make here is that, and the man and his wife were both naked and were not ashamed. So now they were both naked and were not ashamed. Can be equated to transparency.
Okay.
So there was transparency.
So why do you keep something from?
So there's nothing to keep. There should be transparency.
Okay.
So they were both naked and they were not ashamed. It is open to you. Also, the is open to you. There's nothing to be ashamed about. So if you are one flesh, I don't keep secrets from you. You don't keep secrets. No matter how it is, no. Even if you think say it's a mistake, you let the woman know. You see, if you let the woman know, it's better so be who.
Now one country no.
Now or the better than for her to find out. I won't country and know the consequences will be grave. You see, so if you are secretive in a marriage, then what it means is that you are hiding things from yourself.
Okay.
You get that?
But no crime, so now I say, am I trying to?
Yeah, we'll be trying to. You have to keep lying to cover it up. We try and try. Copy say, I feel the trona na done.
I
to me, baby.
Hey,
and trying to me, baby. It's not good to keep secrets in a marriage. Like there could be a scenario where the woman or the man may think say where there is too big for the woman to take.
Okay.
Like a man who was a bank manager and on your bar for alcohol thinking say obeka share na yere na oban beka se majao. To prevent that then eventually the woman got to know. So and they are still solving the issue now.
Hey.
Yes, because now the child is almost 10 years.
Wow.
And the woman has found out now.
So that kingdom come.
So it's better you try and explain yourself. The woman who loves you would understand
you.
So it doesn't also justify that you go and make that mistake. So it's not good to keep secrets. It's not good at all. The devil will feed on it and will destroy the marriage. Yeah.
Oh, it's not good to keep secrets from your partner. Sanya midi kan kai no, agro ya de no, na den so sankrophobia. Yemre no, enya ya bre. Me say, ene ye dwumadi no aya dide aya guy. Na me gidi nso so wasua na ema bebre nso so. Me gidi se wasua na ema bebre. Next week we are going to learn about just a new thing altogether. We are going to learn about a whole lot. Scenarios be ultimi say awarefo bi nso so na we da baby no aware de eno no say na ka ho asem ene eho ne ma bebre keka ho inti no senya ya hyase bnadai no Tuesday bia enya bono nso pepepe no what snase no what just tune in Caris TV Facebook na yede nia echen ene enso so ebeden ebebro. Thank you so much daddy. Say your friend no na waje pini no aba be cheche yen bebre. Actually we've learned a whole lot. Enya menko a me ne matiefuo ne mahwefo nyina yesua ne ma bebre na ye nyina yesi nyame hira yeda ase bebre enso so we are hoping say next week yesan say ye ne wa na eja ebe boha no mo anti no ye ha sa be pepe next week ye be san hu ye papa ewo ha no mo biom next week ye be san hu ye papa 7 o'clock pepe na osan ewo ha enti daddy nyame shall be biom but answer na ye be kono I hope so one for 1 or 2 bia pese uchia omuna sending shout outs to some people enti I mean say me jai amauna.
Okay. That's it. The dika me chia me papa Apostle George Mesianka.
Okay.
Yeah. Meet me emba ha anko me chia no.
Record the error.
Yeah, a big error pa. Anti me chia papa Apostle George Mesianka. Mame Lady Reverend Irene Chumesi and Senior Reverend Franklin Ohinekwapon. He's one person I also learn a lot from him.
Okay.
He's also my immediate boss.
Wow.
Yeah, Onyame Unsha Nepa Michia Mehukani, Nana Sewa Duodu. And
Chese, and crowd and cancer background.
Yeah, and
Yampon
Almighty Adobia Insha.
Hey,
Pastor Insha. Yeah, and Onyame Unsha mo. In fact, as of I walk Central Caris Chapel now, Onyame Unsha pa Reverend Edem, Reverend Furi, Reverend Bacha. Aso from Pennyfo nyina nyame o hwa wibia no michia Reverend Asamoah Kokote.
I like it.
Nyame hwa pa nyame o hwa ubibia na asafo nyina so onyame o hwa ubibia bompa se onyame ontene no hwa ubibia e wasafo mu. Amen.
Oh, intine ha ena nei yade adwumadie no ebesi. Eya munia baba kope mosomfo modofo mi amini o mi nko baby so me ka che mo say me mama fe me kakra but I'll come back. What do I say? It is me, your baby girl, treasure baby bakope oba kunadu o fremia baby meje oso oti ase yeda obi bia se me management team just say producer bakope. You know, he has some spots in my, you understand, Sabe Pepe. You know, my one and only, you say, our paddy, you know, me say, my warrior, no, I just said, our pie, you know, Reverend Evans, Agbenyaga Elik Plim. Although, because a mellow, me say, Casa need a mission and Casa, and you know, watch out for more. Our programs so what you see mellow pakwesi mellow our mawaria so near way sabe pepe intino mami express me ho kakra online no intino se want me nka biema na nya oni aba ba kope technical department for nyina meka se nyame shramo oba liberty meka se nyamisha Lilibeth nyamisha bebre se nanado eja mo abna meka se nyamisha bebre na emom susu ha dwen wate mi pia enhia me mami nko mi fie mesra opa Osafo David what dey asia ba mi teacher ma mesra ya na fans no ma na ba form kakra ma me wa mesra nyata de se nkrofo hia me babu mi o me pa cha opa Central Caris Asafo manyina ya ka se nyame nshiramo not forgetting my father, your father, our father, Apostle George Chimesi Ankara and ye mame Lady Reverend Irene Chimesi. Baby Jazz, my baby girl, I love you so much. Sister Alice, baby I also so will be an we ka se nyame onka ho obi bia praise ministry for just say mean to me boboni nyina enwie because se nyame nhira obi bia wa share me wa tie me so me dawasi bebre minja ho na emum mija ho until next week my warrior so you be sign ababiem. Love you and see you same time next week my warrior our pa eje. See you same time next week.